I'm your host, Reverend Ordo, and this is the Anonymous Report Network. Now, where are we at today? Right? Where are we at today? We are Thursday, 28th. We're at the end of May, right? May. Um, Now, E Jean Carroll. E Jean Carroll. Um, she's being investigated for allegedly lying on the stand. Another story, California politics. Newsom signs California law limiting federal access to election systems. Um, does Newsom know that he's a governor of a state? Elections are federal, right? Now, first story, E Jean Carroll. E Jean Carroll. Now, she sued Trump twice, and twice victorious due to a biased judge whose daughter was a donor to the Biden Harris campaign. A huge conflict of interest, right? Sure, it is. Now, the DOJ is investigating her over um perjury allegations. Perjury allegations. Now you got Dean Withers. Let's see. Uh, I know, Con. Ask Jews for donations. It debts over your financial income. A Con. Two questions. Okay, two questions. Is that the fake Jews, the ones that created Israel, or the people, the real Jews, the people, not the Netanyahu type guys? No, the ones who are that are Eastern European, get themselves fake Jewish names and hiding behind anti-Semitism. No. I would not do that because I'm not one of them. I believe in peace. I believe in humanity living, not dying. Cody, how you doing, man? Ashkenazi, Eastern Europe. Yeah, there's a lot of people from Eastern Europe that have gone to live in Israel, the place that they helped create. And for example, like Netanyahu isn't really his real name, and he isn't born in Israel. He's born in Poland, and but E Jean Carroll is being investigated by the DOJ for perjury. Did she mostly Russians, Ukrainians, Poles? True, yeah. Um, hey, Dino. Sorry. Um, Agent Carroll. is being investigated by the DOJ for. Thank you. E Jean Carroll is being investigated by the DOJ over alleged perjury. Did she perjure herself? Did she perjure herself in the two lawsuits against Trump? Yeah, yeah. Netanyahu's name is Baby Shitnyuhu. That's what we call him, Baby Shitnyuhu. But she wrote a book in the '90s, and if you go back to the mid 1990s and shit, she had a show. It was a cable access show, and what's this? Okay, yeah, that's what she said. Um, exactly, exactly. It's to bribe members of Congress and the Senate, also to add money pay off people, to pay off people to censor people. That kind of thing. Yeah, she goes back to 1990. She wrote a book. I don't know if she. I mean, the book in her book, she quoted uh, Donald Trump essayed her allegedly. Now the question is, who really wrote the book? Yeah, Lindsey Graham's a big ass kisser of Israel, man. So is Ted Cruz, and so E. Jean Carroll sued Trump for the first time for and awarded $5 million. Hey, Angola, nice, all right. True Forge, Josiah, I did, man. Now the thing is, people kept saying, "Well, Trump's guilty. He's a felon. He he raped, or true terms, he raped E. Jean Carroll, and he's guilty." Um, time out. The only way, the only way that Trump was is a felon is that there he, there has to be a jury trial done, man. Because all of a sudden everybody just jumped back and saying, "Oh, he's guilty, he's guilty." There wasn't even a court case about that. I mean, he wasn't arrested. He wasn't. I mean, he was charged, yeah. But the thing is, was he convicted? No. They went after him for alleged fraud, but that failed. That failed. Um, and you really got to stop and think. Democracy's files hidden inside a consulate through, though Iran would ask for Qatar to give Gmail documents. Oh, okay, okay. Jeffrey Epstein files hidden in Saudi consulate, though Iran would ask for Qatar to give email Gmail documents attached to files. Okay, I see. I see. What's this here? This view. Jews have upgraded all the text, though Iran will release the files, not Israel. They will use it to blackmail. Yeah, with just the right cash being pushed towards somebody to go in and get get bits and bits of documents of the files. Um, do I think that Trump was on that list? I don't know. I don't know. Hey, Mikey, how you doing, man? Most scariest thing it would release if they attack Iran. They also attack domiciles in Israel. Well, the thing is about Israel, let's face facts, folks. Okay, look. Bibi Netanyahu went to the last 7 U.S. presidents, and they all told him, "Fuck off. Not going to happen. Not even a million years." Okay, because Israel wants control of the entire Middle East, the entire region. They they want to be the superpower in the Middle East. Well, the thing is, Israel does guerrilla warfare. They do kind of a guerrilla warfare kind of thing, you know. And if they went to war with any other country, Israel would be turned to glass. The sands of Israel would turn to glass. Okay, and it's kind of fishy that Trump agreed to it, even though Iran never attacked anybody. You know, Iran at one time was part of the Ottoman Empire at one time, and yeah, it seems we had a. It seems we had a. It seems we had a. We had a interruption, folks. We had a interruption, folks. Um, now, the thing is, Israel again. Bibi Netanyahu went to 7 presidents, and each one said, "No, go fuck yourself." Now, I'm surprised that Donald Trump says, we'll do it. Oh, we'll do it." The thing is, why? Israel is in the middle of a civil war, socially and politically, right? Because it's all because of Bibi Netanyahu, the half Polish prick. Netanyahu is Israel's equivalent to Hitler in the 30s and 40s. And, it's really insane because why is it that our troops are going to Iran? Iran has a home field advantage, man, right? Here we spend billions and billions of dollars, man. Steve Bannon knows what exactly to do with Tel Aviv when Jeffrey say, "I'm going to Israel, rather stay in St. James Little Island, take flight." Yeah. Oh, about that. Oh, dude. Thank you for bringing it up, man. Thank you for bringing that up. Everybody still wonders, did Jeffrey Epstein really off himself? No, I don't think he killed himself or he was murdered because he had dirt on a lot of people. And a lot of people, a list. He had his own island, his own ranch, everything to blackmail politicians, the who's who of what the fuck. This guy would not be killed. Or it's all been a ruse to take him back to Israel because when money talks, bullshit walks, right? Oh yeah, yeah, shit walks. So when money talked, somebody was walking. Yeah, walking out on a stretcher, faking his death, right? Shit. But the thing is, um, Iran didn't take anybody. See, the one difference between Iran and Israel, Iran would let UN inspectors go in and check for any kind of nuclear weapon, anything weapon, anything weapon wise. But when the UN goes to Israel, they're like, no, no, nothing to see here, folks. That's one difference. If Iran wanted to have nuclear weapons, they would have it. The thing is, using nuclear energy for power, right? Not weapons, power around the region. But Israel has nukes up the wazoo, folks, like really up the wazoo. And so Netanyahu was thinking, we're going to let the United States do the invasion while we sit back and by our time, if things fail, we can use our nukes and shit. But the thing is, Netanyahu isn't really thinking, okay? Thinking, right? Um, Now, if Israel sends nukes into Iran, here's the blowback here. Russia and China are allies with Iran, right? So Israel's trying to be this big bully, want to control over the region of the Middle East. I'm sorry, dude. Israel is the bully. The state of Israel, not the people of Israel. The people of Israel are innocent. They didn't want this shit, man. The real Jews did not want this to happen at all, man. But you got the IDF who's gone to Lebanon, blew up some buildings and shit, took down, basically killing people. That's terrorism, there, folks. Israel is committing terrorism, right? Israel is committing terrorism in Lebanon and Qatar and Saudi Arabia. Oh, shit. A few of them got arrested and charged with terrorism. Look, not every Arab country agrees with this terrorism shit. The religion is Islam, but a good majority of them don't follow the ideology of where you got to kill a lot of people to prove a point. And the thing is, what is the point? You're choosing to follow a guy who's been gone for thousands and thousands of years. Think it's okay to have a child for a bride. That's not God's law, man. That's the law of a pedophile, man. The law of a pedophile. What's one of the commandments we have? Thou shalt not lie. Right? So in the Ten Commandments, one of them is thou shalt not lie. So in Islam, it's okay to lie, right? It's okay to lie. But the thing is, anybody that knows the true interpretation of that religion, hey, more power to you. But the thing is, why does one religion, the guy that founded the religion, wanted to completely destroy when there should be peace, right? Peace. I got nothing against any religion except for the hypocrisy. The hypocrisy has no bounds, man. No, 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 no. Um, I'm a thinker. I'm a very critical thinker, and I'm on the side of the living, of peace and of the living. Every war, every every war is religious, man. Right? It's all religious war. What's Israel? Jewish, right? Jewish. You have the Orthodox Jews in Russia. You got your Zionist Jews in parts of Israel. You got your Tabata Jews as well. The money guys, those assholes. Same guys who's funding the war, man. Shit, And okay, well, here, let's see here. Okay, Khan says Iran wasn't Ottoman Empire. It was Turkey. Um, I didn't say Iran was. I said they were part of it because from Iraq up to parts of Israel, because Israel was also was the controlled by the Ottoman Empire. There's a huge region that was controlled for 400 years prior to the end of World War I. Because after World War I, the Ottoman Empire collapsed after 400 years, man. If the Ottoman Empire still reigned, controlled that region, you wouldn't have, you know, um, the wars we have in the Middle East, you know, and the United States would have a hard time trying to take control of it, because the Ottoman Empire lasted for 400 years. 400 years, man, and even during the Renaissance, and but it was kind of like this world is very weird, man. I tell you what, it is very weird, bizarre, and every name I can think of right now. Netanyahu, I read an article on Ground News that Benjamin Netanyahu is admitting he's having difficulties influencing Trump. Now, the thing is, Israel's being locked out of the U.S. Iran peace deal because the thing is, Netanyahu is going nuts right now. The guy's going nuts. because he ain't there to intervene in this peace deal. Well, the thing is, why is the United States attacking Iran while there's a peace deal going on? Shouldn't it be a ceasefire first, then a peace deal going on? Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. Netanyahu doesn't want the peace deal to end, to start. He wants the war with Iran to continue, and he's wanting the United States to completely annihilate the entire region of Iran because Netanyahu wants control of all of Iran, all of Iran, and other parts of the Middle East because he wants to have Israel as a superpower. The guy's all talk. He's all talk, man. Now, there's an arrest warrant. There's an arrest warrant by the International Criminal Court for Benjamin Netanyahu, an arrest warrant. And every country is willing to arrest the guy for crimes against humanity. It's a war crime. And only safe place you could go is the United States. United States. Because it's the only country where he could walk freely and not be arrested for crimes against humanity. Well, um, did Hitler commit atrocities? Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And anybody that followed the atrocities will end up being tried for war crimes and crimes against humanity, man. Half of them got sentenced to death. They're all hung and shit. Um, yeah, if you caught in Russia, even they were locked up, tried, convicted, and sentenced to all death, man. Shit. And you know, um, and the thing is, Israel is wanting a third world war. Why? Iran never attacked us, man. Here's the thing: the media, people in our own government, and Israel all love to blame things on everybody else but themselves. Iran never attacked us. Iraq never attacked us during 9/11. Never did at all. But yet, UN peacekeepers went into Iraq to find any kind of WNDs. They didn't find anything. So Colin Powell had this little thing called anthrax, which pretty much is all fake. It was given to him by who? Israel, man. Israel. It's a fake thing of anthrax. It's fake. It was fake. And it was used. It was used as a lie to the American people to go into war with Iraq and Afghanistan. Why? Oil. So who really caused 9/11? Israel. Israel caused 9/11. And most of the Al Qaeda and Taliban were all trained by who? CIA and Mossad. Most of them were trained by Mossad and the CIA. Oh, this girl. Hey, my baby. Come on, come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Bye bye bye. Bye bye. Come here. Let me get your nose. Let me get your nose. Let me get your nose. And the thing is, yeah, people look. I don't blame the people of Palestine at all. But I do blame Hamas. I do blame Israel, the IDF, for crimes against humanity. The people of Palestine just want to be left alone, as well as the Israeli people. They want Netanyahu gone. They were happy when he was gone the first time. Shit. And he was the longest serving prime minister in history. The thing is, the guy should have been locked up. Period. Period. You know. Steve Bannon know exactly what to do with Tel Aviv when Jeffrey said, "I would go to Israel where others staying in the St. James Island, take flight, journey to Tel Aviv." Yeah. Anyways, E Jean Carroll. E Jean Carroll. So, she's being investigated by the DOJ and stuff. So, waffle. Um, Now, thing is, the media bought into it because they had no choice but to buy into it. Because the media loves a good story created. The media loves a good story that's created out of thin air. Okay, it's all planned, all coordinated. And the reason they want to blame a lot of shit on Donald Trump is because he beat Hillary, served his first term. Democrats tried impeaching him twice, failed because the thing is, there was no evidence at all. No evidence at all. The second impeachment was rushed. It was rushed. Okay, rushed. The first one was planned over time because they knew that Trump would be a hard nut to crack. So they tried everything. They thought, say, well, here's another Hitler. Come out. Hitler had 6 million Jews killed because he said they're inferior. Isn't that what they say about isn't that how exactly they say about black people here in the U.S. during the Jim Crow, during the Civil Rights era, all that shit, and also during the post Civil War, they're inferior to us. So the Jews in Germany and in Europe were treated the same way as black people here, you know, because at the time in the U.S. at the time you had you had really stupid, ignorant white assholes. Okay, what assholes thinking it's either the white way or the no or the highway. Well, to all white people in the past, go fuck yourself. Okay, go fuck yourself. Okay. They were scared. They were scared in the '60s because What about us? Look, there's been enough bullshit. Okay, enough bullshit. Okay, now I'm half white. I'm half Hispanic. Okay, my mom's white. Hey, Gabby, my mom's white and my dad's Hispanic. You know, my grandparents, my dad's folks, came to this country and they left Mexico because they were political refugees. They went to Texas for a while, and this was before my dad was born. You know, and at the time, my grandparents had what, four, was it four kids at the time? You know, and because they had 8 kids. I'm from Brazil. Can you speak Portuguese? Not really. Um, it'd be nice though. It'd be kind of cool to learn, really. And Brazil is a very look. Brazil is a very beautiful place. A lot of rich history and a lot of rich history. And politically, it is insane. You know, Brazil had a female president at one time, and she was ousted due to a coup. And that's okay. I don't speak English very well. You're good. You're okay. Um, but yeah. Um, anyways, use Google Translate. Right on. Um, anyways, E Jean Carroll. She wrote a book in '96, and in her book, she claimed that Donald Trump sexually assaulted her. Okay, I have a question. Okay, now in the book, now my question six. Oh, this one. Okay. Um, what is it with this 6'7" thing, man? You know, it's a dying trend, man. You know, it's a dying trend. I hear you. I know. Um, in the book, E. G. Carroll allegedly wrote, um, she said Donald Trump sexually assaulted her. Now the thing is, I agree with Donald Trump. She wouldn't be my first. She would not be my. She would be my cup of tea, man. Nah, but out of nowhere, out of nowhere, all of a sudden, she sued Donald Trump for defamation because he said she wasn't my type. If any common mind, if any thinking person would think, okay, what is Donald Trump's type? Let's see, Melania, Marla Maples, Ivana Trump, um, you know, let's see. But E Jean Carroll wouldn't be my choice at all either. I mean, you would have to be dead, drunk, stupid to fuck that woman, because she looks like a freak, like someone who would be the BDM person kind of thing. Nah, nah, I'm good, man. I'm good. But now, if you look at her appearances on the CNN and MSNBC, okay, she told Anderson Cooper it wasn't rape. Um, time out, time out. Um, but yet Lena Yada wasn't allowed to play the two footages, one from CNN and and also MSNBC, because the judge was a biased judge. His daughter donated $2 million to the Harris campaign and to Biden, then the Harris campaign. And um, you got these dumbass Democrats. Yeah. Um, the thing is that those two judgments should be reversed, because the thing is, where's the evidence? The question should be asked: where is the police reports, hospital records, the uh, police records, reports, the reports, hospital records, the kit, right? Where's the rape kit? Where's the hospital records? Where's the police reports? Where's all that? There is none. Where's the evidence? Where's the evidence? Where is the evidence, man? Because the thing is, from where I'm sitting, E. Jean Carroll lied under oath. That's perjury. That's federal right there, man. Perjury will give you about 2 years, man. 2 years minimum. Maybe even more. I don't know. But the thing is, she perjured herself under oath, and it was allowed. There was evidence of her perjuring herself, but yet Trump was found liable, financially liable. How can someone be financially liable for something they didn't do? It was about money. It's about money. And yeah, it's about money. It's about money. Letitia James, same thing. You know, she tried to get him on fraud. The judge says, "Oh, Merlog was worth about $15 million." No, 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 no. You couldn't afford Mar-a-Lago for $15 million. Not even $1 million. No, 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 no. Mar-a-Lago is worth 100 times more than that, man. If I wanted to buy Mar-a-Lago, it would take me a lifetime to save up. Lifetime. So the DOJ is investigating E Jean Carroll over perjury. Perjury. Did she perjure herself on a stand? Because if there was evidence that she did, that means the judge would need to be recused himself. Um, Her attorney needs to be investigated as well. Because the thing is, her attorney is a sister to the judge. Can you say you should ask the FBI where does all the documents go? Maybe catch your tail eyes know that. Ah, good question there, my friend. Good question there. Um, about the Epstein files, huh? Yeah, yeah. Character tells Hines, look, the reason that he got the job is to be the roadblock for the files, man. Because, in my opinion, I think Cash Patel was paid to be the staller when it comes to the Epstein files. Yeah, but if there's look, there's evidence that she lied on a stand. She lied. Then, if you look at her place where she lives now, she looks like a shell of her former self. She looks like the shell of her former self, man. She has a cat named Vagina. Yeah, she had a cable access show in the '90s that really ruffled some feathers, man. Back then. Facial expressions before he reading its heinous act of his own department. That's like, oh yeah, yeah. Catcher Patel, in my opinion, is he got the job to be the Stonewall of the Epstein files. That's why Trump picked him. The thing is, the actual reason why he became president was to make sure that the files don't get released and shit. Because look, people have been asking about that thing for a long time, and he became president to make sure. But the thing is, it's out there. It's out there, but the first time wasn't really the real documents, man. Um, you saw some dumb boss saying, "Look, I got it." No, you got the 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 redacted. The redacted ones. All in black. Liz Wheeler got a copy. And show, hey, look at this. It's all blacked out. I like Vivek. I like Vivek. What was it? Vivek Ramaswamy. I liked him. He should have stayed running, man, because that dude, what 35? The dude should have stayed in the run, dude. Just stay in the run, man. And he would have been pretty good, man. Um, Trump should have Trump should have had him as VP. Not what's his name? Ramaswamy would have been a good VP, or I would say somewhere in the staff where he'd do pretty good, you know. But he's running for governor, uh, and I think he's winning. And but anyways, a lot of shit they tried to do to Trump during 2024, it all failed. You know, it all failed because the thing is, um, the evidence is there that she lied on stand, and but it was halted because they wanted to punish him financially because of her lies were a plan. Now my question is, who wrote the book, her or somebody else? Because in the book it says, uh, in a page it says, "Donald Trump raped me." Um, where's the evidence? I mentioned, where's the police report? Where's the hospital records? Where's the rape kit? Where's this DNA? If there's DNA, where's the DNA? Okay, here. Just say Mamdani may be a good New Yorker Jew, want him to be replacement for Trump because he can't remain in power long enough to do time to do absolute. Oh yeah, Mamdani may be. Oh yeah, Mamdani he's a fucking idiot, dude. He will not last one term because he'll run for re-election. But the thing is, he will lose, man. He will lose. Um, yeah. Um, if the DOJ finds out that she had perjured herself on the stand against Trump, the whole entire case would flip on its head because it was a coordinated issue. Um, that that New York Attorney General, uh, she tried to do the same thing, and she wanted him to pay 500 million. She wanted him to pay $500 million, and she got into legal. She got into some legal issue herself. Do you fart on the first date? Uh, if I do, it has to be silent with the heater on. Do you fart on the first date, twin? Oh, again, unless it's silent and the heater's on. And but again, if the DOJ finds out that E Jean Carroll lied on the stand in both court cases, then the judgment would have to be reversed because I doubt that because Mom Donnie he's a socialist. He's a socialist mayor, and socialism does not last very well because the thing is, socialism is where like he wanted government ran stores. He wanted New York to have a government ran stores. I'm sorry, dude. If that's like taking someone's bodega away, right? Um, and saying, You no longer control this now controlled by the government. That's socialism and communism, man. Like we're going to give you free. Like he tried to give people the right to ride the subway free. Well, no. You pay to ride the subway because that goes into the funding for the city. The city. And he's trying to push socialism because he want. I want to give you people free things. No, because if you do that, it'll break the city financially. Because the thing is, the city will go into financial collapse, right? And Mom Donnie's a very smart guy, but he's he's a smart guy, but very politically stupid. Okay, smart guy, politically stupid. And either the government saying, whoa, wait a minute, whoa, you can do that. You can do that, And okay, Tyler Green got Trump from his balls, though. Those black male auto work, Pentagon, all who have taken epic money, they doesn't survive for a long time. Yeah, yeah. But the thing is, in my opinion, my honest opinion, my honest, straight up opinion, you have power hungry people. People believes in socialism and communism and all that shit. They believe that the government should control things like transportation, farming, medicine, all that shit, all that shit. Um, I think it's more on how much can they take away from us. I'm on the side of the living. I'm on the side of the people. I hate government, but I believe in the people. Does that make me? Does that make me a anarchist? No, I'm not left wing or far left wing. I'm not right wing or far right wing. I'm in the middle. I'm in the middle. I'm part of no wing, and I'm a very rare guy. I am a very rare guy that sees the world differently. I'm not a radical. I don't believe in that shit. I believe in peace, humanity, and common law of God. You know, um, I do believe in peace. I believe that we can work together peacefully. Um, we don't need war to settle things. A good conversation can do that. Any level headed person would do that. Sit down at the table, hash things out, come to a conclusion where things are equally peaceful. Um, nobody has to die over it. Shit. Um, I believe in the life of humanity. I believe in the peace of humanity. On this planet, you have people that are radicalized by a ideology that is dangerous. Dangerous. Like I got an email about 5 years ago from somebody. I don't remember who. Do I think Antifa would survive a war? No, no. Because let me tell you why. because most of their shit is ideological. Okay. BLM couldn't last in a war or battle. Antifa. Most of this shit is ideological. They couldn't win a battle if life depended on it, at all. Because most of them act like overgrown children, right? If you look at Antifa, right? For example, most of them, if you look at the scene in Portland at the that center, there's about 2 or 3 of them dressed like balloon animals, right? All of it's childish ideology. And they could not win a battle at all. They would not know what strategic means or what it is. It's a way of thinking, right? Strategic thinking, right? Strategy thinking. BLM, same thing. Couldn't really strategize a thought. Now, it has to do with common sense, right? Common sense. Now, you don't hear much about the war between Ukraine and Russia, right? Very rare, very rare you hear about it. Very tip it here, tip it there. That's it. But also, you don't hear a war with Israel and Hamas because that's in the background. You don't hear much about Trump wanting Greenland, right? Because it's in the background, right? So far in the background that the media doesn't want you guys to know about it, right? Simple as that. But what you do hear about is the DOJ indicted Raul Castro. Stop. Easy. Raul Castro, who's in his 80s, right? 80s, okay? His health is not well. You know, the United States had put an embargo on Cuba in 1959, and the embargo was not lifted at all. So he wants control of Cuba. He wants the president of Cuba to step down, right? All those ideologies was posed by Jews like communism, socialism, capitalism, Republican, secularism, veganism. Dude, don't even veganism. Shit. Feminism, masculinity. Now, feminism was not done by Jews. That I'll say. Veganism by Jews. I don't think so. Um, Communism, socialism. Uh, Communism came around way before. Vladimir Lenin started the uh, communist movement. If you remember the 1917, was it the Bolshevik Revolution? where they abolished royalty, the monarchy, the czars. Communism has been around from 1917 to 1989 to 1991. That's a long. That's a long time, my friend. Socialism? Ah, shit, man. What the fuck, dude? Socialism? Okay, think of this. Hitler wanted to bring in nationalist socialism in Germany, right? He did that. That's why he targeted the Jews in 1933. Targeted the Jews who were doing fine, who had their own ranch stores, businesses, all that shit, just living, just living, And Hitler wanted to eradicate all Jews in Europe because he says they're inferior to us. Then you see propaganda on the walls, right? You know, uh, he also went after the Orthodox Jews. Orthodox Jews. You can't really blame all Jews for this shit, man. I mean, there are good people in look. There are good Jewish people out there that don't want this shit. If you take the time to really think, like really think that not all Jews are bad, man. The ones that are bad are the ones that are fake Jews. Like Netanyahu, he's a fake Jew. Well, he's half Jew, but he's born in Poland. He's born in Poland. And most of them were Eastern Europeans, went to live in Israel because they helped create it. Give themselves fake Jewish names and hide behind anti-Semitism. That bullshit. And socialism was not created by Jews, man. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Um, they've been trying socialism in Venezuela. Venezuela was socialist. Hugo Chavez was socialist. So was Maduro, and it nearly killed Venezuela, the whole country. Socialism. It shit. You know, the real reason why they captured Maduro was the oil, because Venezuela has a huge oil depository, man, bigger than the Middle East, and the oil barons here in the United States, they wanted it. And Trump said, "Oh, I'll do it. I'll do it." And he did. Yeah. But fascism, Mussolini was a fascist son of a bitch, man. He went after the mob, dude. But the mob pay him back by, hey, there you go. There it is, Um, the mafia, if you give them one state, right? For example, if you give them, right? If you give them a state, for example, right? If you give them, say, uh, Vermont, okay, for example, Vermont would have been ran better, okay, better. The mafia knows how to really run things better than any government because there's a structure. Like, for example, the Italian mob, right? For generations, there's a structure there, right? Just like a biker gang, right? The Hell's Angels, the Mongols, all that shit, They have a structure that's well maintained, right? Well maintained, and the Mexican mafia, right? Every gang has a structure, man. Structure, and it's well maintained, but without killing anybody, right? If a structure is maintained and it's done properly, you have a better governance, right? We have a structure, right? Our structure in our country is fucked. Okay, it's fucked. The mafia ran their shit better than any government. Better, you know. Um, in a way. Um, Government is a structure of corrupt people that wants to put your kids through structure where they become indoctrinated or they don't question authority or anything. They become obedient workers. Obedient workers. They don't want any critical thinking guy or woman to know that they're getting fucked by the upper 1%. Shit. And so the thing is, sorry, sorry, it's cold here. I got a comment one time in a couple of, in about, what was it 3 4 videos back. I did, and someone says something about me drinking my coffee, saying you're no Jerry Seinfeld. No, I'm not, but I like the guy. He's funny. He's funny. You know, I like Jerry Seinfeld. Man. He's a funny guy. Funny dude. Funny dude. He's funny without trying to be funny. Like how he puts things together, his jokes is like even a clean joke can be funnier than a raunchy joke. And and you know, it's and he's Jewish. Funny guy, funny dude. Kesha, was as a fan of his, and he goes, "Kev hug." No. Oh, and he, I mean, just funny, dude. Funny. You know, um, Funny guy. Oh, back Kesha. Um, she came out in the 2000s, 2000s and shit like that. She had a pretty good video she did. Her, um, she looks like a laid back chick. Kesha looks like a laid back chick. There are artists in the industry that have gone solo, gone independent, and made a lot of money, and they did it by creating their own studio. Now that's where the money comes in, right there. You create your own studio, do your own shit, bring in other artists that are independent. Tom McDonald, Tom McDonald, the guy is making a killing by the first video I seen him do was White Boy, and like, dude, fuck, that video really hit the status quo in the balls, man. That video there hit the status quo in the fucking balls, man. Like seriously, in the balls, dude. Tom McDonald, like, man, dude. I mean, all his songs he done, like, you have, like, you got Eminem trying to be like Tom McDonald. I'm sorry, Tom McDonald is original. He he doesn't need to be like, look, Tom McDonald raps, yeah, okay. Eminem's been around for over 20 plus years, right? Over almost 30 years. And you have these these rappers who see something, right? And they're trying to steal the wagon, not jump on it, but to steal it. Tom McDonald, his shit. Tom McDonald straight up doesn't give a fuck. Okay, does not give a fuck. All right. Eminem, his shit was controversial, you know. And if you look at him during the Monday Night Football, he's here like this, spaced out man, that shit. And see the insane clown posse, dude. The insane clown posse, man. They made money. Okay, they made enough money to put their kids through college, and they made enough money to put their kids into college, their grandkids through college. All that shit, man. All that shit. And what's insane, the FBI placed the Juggalos on the FBI's watch list. Like, why is the FBI investigating the Juggalos, right? If you understand what a Juggalo is and their way of life, right? They're like you and me, dude. Regular people, big fans of the group, and was it one of them said, we just want to be ourselves, man. We don't want to be no corporate sellout, and it's really you know how it is. Anybody who's an independent artist that does well, making good money in sales, all that stuff. You have um, there's an industry tied to the music industry that decides who's number one on the billboards, who's number one on whatever it is. They decide, but it's the record sales. But sometimes the record sales are spoofed, right? All spoofed, and it's insane, man. It's all insane. So yeah. All right, guys. Sometimes to put the turkey in the oven. So please like, subscribe, comment below, hit the bell for notification. And always live healthy, happy, and wise. I love you guys. And you can also donate to this channel through my Cash App. It goes back into the channel to grow it. And you can donate as much as the price of a cup of coffee. And yeah, it helps build up this channel to grow. And the donation would be about a price of a cup of coffee. Okay. It goes into the channel to grow, and this for you guys, man. This is for you guys. And peace out, Godspeed, Buddha bless.